How's it going? Welcome to another episode of the Cho Thoughts Podcast. Y'all know who I am. Been doing this show for 109 episodes now. So, of course, you know I am the Big Cho. This is my podcast. And ran into a snag last week. And I just want to touch on that it's personal. Sometimes it's personal shit. And we really can't get to the podcast every week. Um, so I just wanted to extend that forefront apology. Obviously, shit happens. So I figured I had a second, and I look like I just stepped out of the fucking wilderness. But let me get a little right here. But I figured I would do a little question segment. These have been happening enough that I break them on anymore. And when I have a chance to answer questions, I answer fucking questions. The first one, I've got some. It's got some good ones. I've got some ones. I love that y'all. I thank you all for being such fans of the show. I thank you for the questions you pour into the comments. Just I can't thank y'all enough for making something that started in a bedroom of my father's when I was going through the toughest time of my life into one existential fantastic hobby that I love doing and providing for you all each and every week. And without my friends, family, and support, I wouldn't be on here. I wouldn't be doing the internet. I wouldn't be on YouTube. I wouldn't be on TikTok. I wouldn't the success for this show would not be as forefront as it is without you all. So I thank you all from the bottom of my heart, and I appreciate every single solitary one of you. With that being said, I do apologize every time that I do get lost in the sauce and I will get somebody's questions and I fuck up, I'll forget. This, you have to also understand that I lost this for a little bit. I came back to it. I'm still figuring out podcasting. Each and every week, it's tough. I'm think of new content to talk about. I think about guests. I think about how much time I should implement into the show. Should I break some things into series or parts depending on who the guest is? And I, there's a lot that goes into doing this. I don't care. Some people have the best resources to do such a thing and move forward and strive to do better. But me, I also have my home life. I have, of course, being there for Xander and my personal life and everything else going on that I have at the forefront of my life. That's why Big E has taken time away for personal reasons. That's why some people won't can't be on here all the time. Sometimes you're stuck with me, like the OG podcast when it was just me and I was talking into a microphone like this, and it's just that's how it happens. But I've got better by myself to bring all this home. Oh, see that string going crazy? Um, but I'm the first question is Big E. Eric is fine. He is just going through the motions. I talk with him as often as I can talk to him. Um, things are great, and he's doing well. So eventually, um, eventually, you just have to give people time. That would be like if you guys and gals would hit me up, like, why wasn't there no podcast this week? Okay, can you imagine if you didn't have it for like 3 or 4 months? Can you imagine if I never would have found the the code or the password to get into all this, where would we be? Probably dead in the water. Probably wouldn't even exist, and it wouldn't even be where it's at. You wouldn't have 109, 110, and so forth episodes of the podcast. Um, I also got asked if, excuse me, if the font of the show was going to change going forward for holidays and so forth and whatnot. No, not no more. What you see in the intro and that logo, thank you to Eric for making such a great logo and a new and improved logo. That's it. We will not change it. We will not we will not like maneuver it to, or switch it up for holidays or whatnot. It's just we're gonna say it's the holiday episode or the Christmas episode or like we've been doing for Halloween. Um, but yes, there will be a Halloween episode. Rain, sleet, snow, shine, no matter what. There's going to be one. Um, I'm actually going to be doing some things this upcoming weekend. In the next episode, I'm going to be talking with Sam. Sam and I are going to be, you know, catching up, talking about some topics. But yes, there will be a Halloween episode. There will be a Thanksgiving episode, a Christmas one, New Year's Eve, etc., and going forward. Um, I also got asked why there's not really a lot of posting on social media. And I didn't know if I took that as the show, me, or both. So I kind of want to just nip that in the ass real quick. Um, I don't know. I've been watching documentaries, and like if you go to my Facebook, it's more or less like more Xander, or if I get in the mood of like quotes and stuff like that. But I don't really want to put Xander on there no more, even though like Xander's a Vine kid, and a lot of my friends from Vine watch the show, love seeing him grow up, but I just don't want to keep exploiting Xander to social media. I mean, yeah, if we do things and whatnot, but some things now I just keep personal. Like my son's a senior in high school, and it's even though I'm putting things out there, I'm trying to keep this year kind of to my heart, near and dear to my heart. So I that's with him. That's more or less towards Facebook. Now I have family all over, and sometimes they'll ask me about things and how Xander, and I will Facebook message them or Instagram DM them or something like that. But sometimes look, I know there's other people that want to see him, so I will put him on there. Plus, he pops in on my show. I can't stop the inevitable. He's my son, so I do that. But I also kind of want to keep a lot of his senior year safe. So, like, he's still gonna run track. He's still gonna do bocce. I'm still very proud of his achievements. I'm very proud of his accomplishments, and I am beyond overwhelmed with the man that he's become from what we thought we wouldn't have before to where we are now. So, but Instagram, that's more personal to me. That's more mine. And um, it's kind of a two-parter question. I re I almost need like a social media manager. And it's so crazy. The guy who used to love doing vines and had a blast doing social media. I just don't, I guess I don't have the energy or the time, but I I just can't because I have too many things going on. And um I try. I try. I mean, I'll send reels and shit like that for days. So I don't know. I guess I got to work a little bit harder on that and do more. And I'm sorry. I really am. Like I want to do more content for TikTok. I want to do more reels. I want more clips of the show. It's fucking hard, man. And like I want to be so involved in it, but I don't want it to consume my life. Vine consumed my life. It was just always bang, 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 putting out as much content as possible. This is I wanted this a more slower speed. Just again, this is just my hobby. This was just to have fun and just to get out in the world. And now what's funny is I'm all over the world. And that's crazy. I never thought that my podcast, just a run of the mill, hey, I'm going to do this to get my feelings off my chest, would be in at least 20 to 25 countries. So, to the people listening and watching in different countries, all I can say is thank you for giving a 40-some-year-old man who really don't talk about much the time of day. You might listen to the shit we say and you might think it's funny, or it could be relatable to you, or you might be going through that some kind of issue with your parents or your kids, or just the run of the mill shit. Um and you just know that you're not alone, or like the suicide episode, that was touchy. So but I needed that clarity for myself. But I need more time. And there's never enough time. So uh, like made you all promises, like, hey, we're gonna do like a show thoughts. Like, I'd love to do a Facebook account, because that way it takes off of my own Facebook account. um I would love to do more social media for the podcast. I just excuse me, I just haven't had the time. And I do apologize. I want more guests for you guys and gals. Like, again, I stress this so much. If you want to be on the show, if you like the show, and you want to be involved in the show, I want you to go out of your way and reach out and ask me. I will arrange the time for you. I will arrange whatever you need, because that's what happened with Kim. Kim asked to be on the show. Kim's on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. I made it work. Brenton was on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. I made it work. No matter what anybody wants to do, if they want to be on this show, I will make it fucking work. Because why wouldn't I give anybody the gratitude of being on the show that want to be on the show? Sure, I've missed some opportunities with insights and um, products sent to me and whatnot, but I make up for it. I make up for it. Even if you send me like 4 or 5 things, I at least try to get 3 or 4 of them out there. So I do my damnedest not to appease everybody, and it's not about appeasing everybody, but I also want you and I to have a relationship. Not for you to go unnoticed, or I didn't see you, or I didn't hear you, or I just didn't give a shit. It's all about me. It's fucking far from it. I I also stress that I want more eyes on this product. That way I can do more things. The more people that see it, the more people are going to want to be on the show. That's why I always tell you to go ahead, please, and like and subscribe to the show. Don't just sit there and, you know, all willy nilly watch the show, but you don't like it. Watch the show, you don't subscribe to it. You tell people about it, tell them to like it, and tell them to subscribe to it. I'm going to make the thing go off at least 2 more times before anybody's like, please, Paul, get that the fuck off. No, I'm not. because I've seen it. And I've been a culprit of it myself. I'll sit there and watch something on YouTube. And I've watched 7 episodes of this shit, but I don't like and subscribe it. Now I do because I feel if I don't do that for my show, if people don't do that for my show, and I do that with other people's shows and podcasts and shit like that, what good am I? So now, if I like a couple things after a while, yeah, I subscribe to it. Yeah, I like it. So please, that's all I ask is just like and subscribe. And it's so cliche because yes, it is. But I am starting to learn the sides of this that, you know, the more attention the better. And I don't want to monetize it. I don't want to really get money off this. I want to see where it can grow. I want to do more things. I definitely want to do a live stream. Oh my God. Like, I want to do that so bad. Just so we can pull back the curtain of the show. And you could get like more in depth and we're talking nonsense. Maybe we're even brainstorming how the show is going to start panning out. For people that don't understand, and if you haven't figured it out yet, when I originally made a Cho Thoughts account and actually made the, I would do posts like a Cho Thought where I'd see shit and day to day life. I I never thought that again it would be a show, but what you all don't know, this show is I'd say 90% winging it. We have winged 90% of the entire 109 shows. Like, I've winged it. I have legit winged it. Now, when we come up with a structure or something, that's usually a day, maybe 24 hours, between 12 and 24 hours before the show airs. Like before we in-house record it. It's all on the fly. This show is on the fly. So again, what's funny is like people are like, oh, well, you should talk about this and whatnot. Sometimes I'm not lying to y'all. I will tell you all the truth. I'll have notes. I have them like right down here next to me, and I'll be looking down and whatever. But that's if I have an idea of where the show wants to go. But I shit you not, 90% of the show is winged. And just kind of like I said, pulling back the curtain, it's like last episode I did with Kim, that was winged. She was like, "Do you want to talk about this topic or this topic?" And then we kind of kick around a little bit of ideas, but I stress 90% of that show is winged. A lot of it is winged. There's no script. I don't have a fucking script, and I don't have notes. I don't have questions. Now, if I have a guest that's never been on the show before, then excuse me, my A1 day ones, which are like Big E, now Kim, Sam, shit like that. I'll have notes because they're a guest on my show. Like when Rebecca came on my show, I had notes. When Kiana and Brenton were on the show, notes. When Tim from Dark Side Collectibles was on last year, notes. Like that. That's where the 10% comes in. But the rest of this show, fuck ass no. No, not at all. I mean, I won't change it because it's so raw and maybe it is intimate and it's personal. You get a glimpse of my life that isn't all on social media. Now you know what I deal with every day and what I deal with every week and the struggles I go through, or probably some struggles you've been through, like with my parents or like with my dad, who's apparently a fucking all-star because everybody has a dad like my dad or a parent like my dad. or Sam's dad, or even like Big E's family. We've all been there. Or you've dealt with grief or loss, like when Kim was on here talking about what happened after tragically her parents passed away. There's always a connection. You know what I mean? So yeah, we willy nilly it. We do. But we always find a way to hit you here. Whether like it's laughter, anger, we might get canceled. Who the fuck knows? But I don't ever see us getting canceled. We're not pushing the envelope. We're not trying to do anything stupid or out of the ordinary or rude or ignorant. We bring the shit up. We talk about it. We express it. And that's what a lot of people love about the show. Again, it fucking blows my mind that I'm over 100 episodes of my show. Mine. Mine. I created this fucking show. And I've had input, I've had recommendations, but at the end of the day, it doesn't say anybody's name but mine. I made this show. And it does. It blows my mind that, watch this. Like, you waste an hour and a half of your time or a half hour or an hour listening to me ramble. Thank you. But shit, I really don't have that much to say, you know? But um but again, thank you so much. Um Another thing I was asked is uh would I shoot off location? So I'd imagine that would be like if I went on vacation or something. Yes, that was my goal. I was trying to do it and when I was in Geneva. I was gonna try to do it when I would go for away for work. Um I like now we're getting more in depth with that. Like now we're introducing the videos. Now we're introducing our lives. Now we're introducing what we actually see, and you can see what we see. Like when I did the Michael Myers clip, when I do something with Xander, like that's more or less where the social media comes in. Like Kim has video of Universal. That's coming. So we're trying our best to like I'm trying to capture moments, but I'm also trying to capture moments for the show. But I also would love to just be able to shoot somewhere else. And it's nothing against my home or in Pittsburgh. Like, would I love to do an episode in New Jersey with my cousin Stephanie? Absolutely. 100%. Would I like to go to South Carolina and do it with my cousin Austin and his wife Rebecca? Yeah. I or North Carolina. It's been a long day for me. That's what happened last week. My work life has been catching up with me. I've been running ragged. My body's been hurting, and I'm just going through a lot of the motions right now. So I was really tired and I just couldn't do it. So, again, my job's very physically demanding. I mean, obviously, look at me. Like, I'm dramatically losing weight. And I used to be this big guy. Now I'm like half a big guy. Um, but yeah, I would like to do it in Virginia. I would love to do a podcast episode with my cousin Tyler's husband, Brian. Just flat out, just an hour of me sitting down and bullshitting with him. But yeah, doing location episodes would not be a problem. If I was able to fit it in, if I was going on vacation, if I was going and doing something, if I was just going away for a while, sure. But yeah, I also wouldn't have zero, absolutely zero problem is if you're out there and you have a podcast and you like my show and you want me on your show, I will gladly, hands down, 110% come support your show. You support mine, why wouldn't I reciprocate it and go on yours? You could ask me any questions you want. Um, I might give you a willy-nilly answer because that's what we do here. Um, but yeah, hell yeah. It would be my honor to go on somebody's podcast and talk about this. Why did I get it started? What was this? You give me any pointers? Shit like that. Um, but it's such a wild ride. Um, another one is, the hell was it? Again, see, on the fly. Another one that I think you guys can is you really have to stop asking me about Xander's mom. I'm just putting it out there. Um, I don't know if you think it would make for clout television or a podcast or streaming views, or maybe you just want to see her, but I will let you know that she's perfectly fine. She's doing great. She's wonderful. She's doing the best that she can, and she's doing amazing with her daughter alongside with Xander. Another one is the surprise I said when I said last week, and I might have something cooking, is I actually had an idea that Brandy and I were going to shoot the podcast from her house. We were going to turn the camera sideways and we were going to shoot just us having a conversation. Now, am I saying that won't happen? No. Will it happen soon? I'd like that. So I might be firing out episodes like a lot in between my own episodes. Like when I have Sam one week, Kim another week, I might start throwing shit in here nilly-willy. Like an episode, I'd like to have an episode with Tim from Dark Side Collectibles and try to get that done as soon as possible. Because I have not been to his store and I owe him that. Tim, 1,000 times over, I owe you a visit to the store. And I'm going to record some content in there just so people can see what the store looks like and get people to check out the store online. Also, um, question time is going to come more often. They're not going to be long. They're not going to be long. If I get a chance, I'm probably going to do like 15, 20 minutes, depending on how many questions I get and how many questions I want to answer. The one that it's funny, but the one request, you're not going to get it. Y'all want me to sit down with my dad. I don't want to sit down with my dad for almost 45 minutes to an hour on my show. All right? Not gonna fucking happen. I deal with him plenty. Would the conversation be incredible? Duh, no shit. But that's a lot to deal with. Okay? But I'm actually probably going to throw some episodes of me and Brandy into the mix. I have a very, very busy weekend this weekend. So I would love to fire one out. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But it's just more ideas that I'm starting to get an idea of what I want to start compiling. And like I know the show doesn't have no structure, nor should it. But I, I feel like we're not firing out enough episodes quick enough, or at least different content structure. And I love the female demographic that I have. I love that the females want to be on the show. I do. but there are some points, there's some things I cannot relate to them that I can with Eric, or like a wrestling fan, besides, my significant other or a couple other women, but or sports stuff. And I know that my male followers and listeners want it, but like that you would just get me, and that'd be kind of lame. Like, what do you want to know? Like, how do I feel about John Cena's final four matches? I don't know. I'm just excited that it's fucking happening. Am I sad to see it? The end of the Cena era? Yeah, of course. Who isn't? If you're not a diehard wrestling fan, how could you? Why would you not be upset? You know what I mean? It's pro wrestling. It's good shit. Um, how do I feel about like sports? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm not really watching too much of it this year. And like, I guess particularly football. I guess because like when I used to watch sports, here's a fun thing. I would watch sports and I would want to tailgate and I would want to get drunk and be fucking blackout hammered. And I don't know. To me, sports and drinking kind of went hand in hand. Now, when we go and attend the pit games, I don't even really drink. I think I went and was drinking during like lunch. I think when we all went down, and I drank with my friend Jen last year, but not to the extreme where it's like, I don't know. I think I just lost a feeling. You know what I mean? I drank when we went to the Penguins game for with Brandy's company, but not. I don't know. Something's not making me want to watch it, even though I have the Savannah Bananas hat on. Thanks, Ash. Um, I I don't know. If I see it on TV, I watch it, but I'm not in depth with it as I used to be. Um, but I don't have anything for the men that watch sports. You know what I mean? Steelers are okay. I'm not watching any postseason baseball. I'm not watching the World Series. I didn't even start watching any hockey or basketball. The only thing I'm more worried about is college football right now, and I'll be going to the game this weekend. Uh, but maybe I need more guys on here until you know Eric wants to come back, or if you're a guy and want to be on the show, let me know. If you're a woman that wants to be on the show that's not one of my regulars, let me know. That's how we're doing it from now on. And you know how to get at me. You just the name's right there. It's at Big Cho on just about every fucking platform, or at Cho Thoughts Podcast. Reach out. I'm not hard to find. And if you have my number, like my personal cell phone number, text me and ask me a question. Text me and ask me to be on the show. I'm not going to say no. I'm never going to say no. I'm just going to tell you when I have a minute or whenever your availability is. That's what we're going to do it. So I just wanted to have a quick moment, a little bit of questions, a little update on what's going on the show. Nothing's dramatic. I'm fine. The show is fine. Xander's fine. My relationship with Brandy's fine. Everything's cool. It's just sometimes like I'm tired. My job's very physically demanding, like I said. I come home, I wanna make dinner and unwind and decompress, and by the time I'm done, fuck, the day's over. So again, uh I'm sorry about last week. This is my little apology to all y'all. Um and yeah, finally. Um Kim brought this up in one of the episodes. We were talking about Vine. And I was telling her it would be funny if I brought like if y'all know me from Vine, my Randy the roommate character, if we would bring him into the show, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about bringing in characters or doing all that because that could potentially, that's a lot of work. And I don't know how we'd be able to do it. Um, the thing is though, is what's funny is when Kim mentioned that when we got done, I think it was either the night we got done or the following night, I started to have ideas of how Randy would come back, like into my life. Because when Vine crashed or died or however you want to put it, when it ended, I feel like that part of my life was over. And I'm not nowhere shitting on it. I'm not shitting on it. It was a great experience. I met amazing people. I still have wonderful relationships with them. Some people I talk to, some people I don't talk to, some people I know of, some people I choose not to know of. But I I feel like that was the end for me. Like once I heard it ended and it was all over, I was like, hey, you know what? That's fine. Like then we moved on. I think it was like I think it was like Instagram. They had some other kind of versions of Vine or whatever. Then TikTok blew up, and then TikTok is the anomaly that it is now. Um, but I thought about like Randy the roommate, like Centimeter Peter. Oh my god. I did. I was thinking about them the next day and I was like, it would be fucking epic to have just a clash of my own mind, I guess, come back to haunt me. And like, oh, you're doing great. Doom, doom, doom. And then he's at the door and he's like, ah, what are you doing? He's soaking wet. Fucking has like a fanny pack going across him. And it's like not even something worth it. It's like from the 90s. And it's like this it is so old, it's all beat up. It's just so horrid. He's a horrid sight to see. Like Randy shows up and he has like cutouts in a scully, or his hat's so dirty, or he has like a beanie with the fucking spinny top on it, the fan, and he has the fanny pack strapped sideways, thinking he's one of the cool kids. Um, his shirt is like one of those wolf shirts, and it got holes in it or something. But he's just all disheveled, and like I was thinking about like I'm doing great in my life, and I would make it like Randy was my past. Like Randy would be the trajectory until like my D Day, as I would call it. And then I am going forward. I am. And it would be great. Like if it's like when I vape, he's sitting there trying to like suck on vape juice or some shit. Or he's eating wax out of a candle, like hot wax, some shit. For y'all that don't know, Randy the roommate, he was like the most fucked up roommate you could ever imagine. I did a Vine one time where he was eating belly button lint. Disclaimer, it was not real fucking belly button lint. But like he would eat belly button lint and he would be looking at pubes. Oh my god. Like, I don't know. There was so much shit Randy did. And I miss the character because I it was a fun time. I did. I had a fun time doing them, and to me he was like an iconic presence. A lot of people did like Randy the roommate shit on Vine. Um, but I don't know. It'd be nice to just have a sit down with him, or we would do an episode like this. But as the logo comes back, like as it comes in, no, 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 and it comes out, it's him. He graces everybody with his presence one last time. Just like, hey, welcome to an episode of Show Thoughts Podcast. Fuck that motherfucker. This is Randy's podcast now. This is Randy. Welcome to the Randy the Roommate podcast. It's possible. See, I'm just spitballing the idea. Like, and plus, it's kind of hard to find the Randy voice again. I haven't used it in umpteen years. So I think it was like, "Nah, nah, nah." It's almost Beavis from Beavis and Butthead, but it's like a little bit more raspy, like, you know what I mean? It's almost like a velociraptor or a dinosaur from fucking Jurassic Park. But I mean, it does have potential of him making an appearance. And I know I know you all want to see him, or at least him make one return. And I, I'm trying. I'm trying to figure out how to fit him in. I really am. I can't sit there and have him drink shampoo out of the fucking bottle or whatever he was doing. If you are Vine people that watch the show, if you have any Randy the Roommate memories and like want to share them with me, please let me know, because he's not he's gone, but I don't think he's forgotten. And I think that's the thing that everybody's trying to do now is get him resonating out of the or revived. And I don't have enough moldy cheese, mouse droppings, sticky traps, soap, lint, used toothbrushes in a toilet bowl, um, drinking toilet water because the water was going to get shut off for using to cook. I don't know. These are just some of the fucking things I did with this iconic fucking stupid ass character. And I don't know. I don't know. Y'all want to see him? Y'all let me know. But before I go, uh you'll never probably see Centimeter Peter. Oh my god. The man questions about his dick size, and you can't now that I mention it, having Centimeter Peter talk about dating through apps now, that's a fucking idea. That's a fucking great idea. Like, just, oh my god. Yeah, by shooting this willy nilly style, I think I might have had an idea where, like, Centimeter Peter starts telling us about his sex life because he was on ChristianMangle.com or Black People Only. Like, he got lost, but he found great stuff, great people to talk to, and wonderful conversation. And then I hope, or he goes and gets on a homosexual one. And he fucking matches with fucking Randy the Roommate. Oh, dude, that'd be epic. All right, I think I'm gonna have to try to work it in. I don't have any idea how. I don't know how we'd have to clip it or try to shoot it old Vine style. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I got real off track because now I think I really want to bring them back. Any other like characters that I used to do on Vine, and this to my Vine people. Let me know, because I'd have to remember who they are. Like, I there are some that I do with Brandy, and they're none of my characters from Vine. Like, sometimes, oh yeah, I'll just start popping out Macho Man, but it's not really a good Macho Man. Uh, I will talk to her as the governor, Jesse Ventura. Sometimes she'll be like, "What's going on?" Like, I don't know if that's a bird or a crow. Maybe he has a drone in the middle of nowhere over the Sahara Desert looking for camels because they love their belly scratched in the middle of the desert. You know, they have one humps, but Sally the camel had two humps. No, she didn't. There, and then recently, poor Brandy, God bless her. Recently, we watched the Ed Gein story, the monster story, and I've touched base on this, but now it's so bad that I just can't stop talking like this. And when she gets in the mood, I'll be like, "Why are you so aggravated? You're gonna upset mother. Mother wouldn't like it so much. I'm doing all I can. I can't really go out today. You want to go to this grocery store? We'll go. Make sure we do the self checkout. Don't want to go through all that trouble. And then we can't pay to get out of here." Yeah, it kind of creeps her out. And then the literally yesterday, I was doing some fucking thing where I was singing everything for her. She was like, "Yeah, there was a bear in the woods." I was like, "Bear in the woods." Na-na-na-na. And then she was like, she said something where it was like, "Yeah, we had to spray or pour ammonia in the trash can." I was like, "Ammonia in the trash can." Dude, God bless that fucking woman, I swear to God, for the shit she puts up with me. But again, I will check y'all the next time we do this. Again, thanks for listening to me ramble. Do me a favor, like this shit, subscribe to that shit, do what we do best, support the show, love the show, get it out there and tell people about it. Y'all know who I am. I am the Big Cho. Thank y'all so much for taking the time to listen to me. Bye.